Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Brian Doklovic. We're here at the 2025. This is our final day at the Expo. We're here at the Honda booth. I'm going to give you a little bit of demonstration with the autonomous version. We have an autonomous and we have our manual, but the similarities between here, we share a lot of components. To go over some of those in the components, we have a torsion dampener system for the front end, and that's one of three parts of the suspension. The next part, we also have the seat suspension system. And that's basically set through here, through your weight. You can set your weight and adjust for your ride comfort. And on the back side, might be a little hard for you to see to get in here, but we have dual trailing arms, and underneath there we have an Astemo rear cushion. So we adapt those three from our power sports side, so you actually get a rear movement rather than having a fixed wheel design into the frame. So you get a very good ride feeling. For some of the other components, we also focus on rider comfort. Is on our control in our pod system. When you pull in, you're able to adjust the whole seat, and the whole controls will move with you. So you don't have that bunching when you move the seat. Normally you would bunch up into here, but in this case everything's moving with you. And if you need a little extra adjustment to pull in, we have those on the side. Also, from the similarities between the two units, we run a twin blade system underneath the deck. So if you're familiar with our walk-behinds, which we have had for many, many decades, it's an overlapping blade and two blades on each spindle, on each motor spindle, and that allows you a very precise and pro cut. So our target is you cut it once and you're done. A lot of times you'll see the clumping. We don't have any of those issues with that with the twin blade. We get one cut on the grass and then the second cut, and after that the clippings are done. For the autonomous specifically, we run a rear discharge deck. For the manual, we run a side discharge on the 54 and the 60. But the 60 is only a rear discharge, and that's for safety. So that way we don't have projectiles going from the autonomous mode. You're not throwing them into the bystander. You're not throwing them into cars. We can always guarantee they're being deflected out the back of the mower. Now the uniqueness for the autonomy side, we have several components. We run 3 LiDARs in the front, 1 LiDAR in the rear, 2 radars in the front, and 2 radars in the rear. They're each on all the 4 corners of the post. And that is for basically presence control. So if something's happening, you're in the line of the path, the LiDARs will detect, the radars also will sense you there, and it will either come to a stop, and if you don't move from that stop, it will shut down. Otherwise, it'll continue on its projected path. Some of the other dial controls we use specifically for the autonomous, and that's to switch you from the manual to the autonomy mode. But once you have that set from your map creation, we do a teach and playback. So after it's taught, that program or that map is essentially stored in our server, and we hold an unlimited amount of maps for the landscaper that you can create 5, you can create 10, you can create 100, you can create 1,000, it doesn't matter. They're all stored into here, so you're not taking up memory anywhere from here. You're not taking anything from a tablet or a phone of what you're using to control and create the maps. It's a matter of just downloading it back through the cloud, and you'll install that map, and then it's a few clicks on our map, and you switch it to autonomous mode, you get off the mower, and essentially you hit playback. At that point, the machine's free to go, and you're just doing a monitoring system. If there's a safety function from the landscaper side, he can automatically shut it down. If it's something you want to watch a little closer, you can also go to a pause on your phone and slow it down that way. So there's several options from a safety condition. Everything's received through the GNSS side on the top. We receive the signal, and we also do RTK correction on top of that, and that gives us our sub-centimeter accuracy. Basically 2 to 3 centimeters is what we repeat. And I think that's probably the main features that I'd like to go over with you on the mower. So again, thank you for coming to the Honda booth, and we look forward to seeing you at the show if you have any questions.